So, I look into the eyes of my loved ones. They looking at me like, "Don't give up." You might be ready, but God's not ready for you. It's not. He's saying, not quite yet, not yet. And then the other when I look into my loved ones, the eyes of my loved ones, it says, "We don't want to do this without you. Like, don't give up fighting for your life for us." I'm having to speak in code because you got to be careful with the topic. I'm not gonna say what topic I'm talking about, but you have to be careful with that. Several topics you got to be careful with. One in particular in America, how you talk about it, because it could get you a lot of trouble if you misuse this topic in this country. If you abuse it and misuse it, either or together. So, and then my loved ones looking at me like, "Are you gonna recluse?" They looking at me like, "Don't you recluse on us and move out of your apartment prematurely because you scared these people coming up here bullying you." The look on their face say, "Are you just gonna abandon us because you're going through something and you're going through something at the same time you're not going through something because it's not a bad move. It's just the mental stuff, and I'm still like still worried I'm gonna be on the streets." So my loved ones on this morning, I'm not gonna just pack up and go and leave them to deal with all this about itself. To deal with all this and just pack up and go. They want to come, they're gonna pack up and go. And it seems like the more I try to recluse from my loved ones, the more the government puts on my plate, more responsibility, and the more they push me outside this apartment, make me do more field work and advocate for people to go get themselves checked out medically. And let's see if I can get a better look at this one on my arm. What's the one on my arm looking like? Alright, so and then it's another look they giving me like, are you gonna not come around once you move somewhere else in Illinois? Are you gonna forget about us and not come around once you move somewhere else? Like, cause once God isn't leading me out of Illinois, He's leading me to another housing arrangement, but still in Illinois, at least for 2-3 months, at least for a couple months. And so that's the look they're giving me. Like, are you gonna leave us without saying goodbye? You just gonna back up and not tell us? So it's a lot of 4 o'clock. I'm trying not to stress too much about time and see how much time I got in this video. So it's just a lot of things that I'm trying to show. It's the one on this right shoulder. I'm trying to show y'all. Right bicep is giving me a lot of issues right now. That's the difference between acne and a rash. A rash is hard to get rid of. Acne, you're supposed to pop it, bust it, and get rid of it, and leave a mark, and it will go away. But when it's persistent, you got that itchy, rubby feeling. You got yourself a rash. I used to get acne in high school, but I'm in my 40s now. But yeah, I knew something was wrong with me. There was more than one thing, and I knew I had a blood-related issue because then they drew blood on me. So I'm really looking pasty. It was just safer to comply. They wanted my blood, and they drew blood, so I let them draw some blood on me. They drew blood, and back to my loved ones. So they look on their faces saying a lot of things. But this is why Kylie allows me to have a contract. She allows me to have a contract because it allows me to connect with those who are contracted on a more appropriate setting. Like, I can't be going by hoes like they jobs and shit. Like, I can't be going by their jobs, fraternizing with people while they at work. You know what I mean? That makes both parties look bad, that make me look bad, that make you look bad. So this is why in legal country, America and China are real big on legal documents. This is why Kylie makes me make these people sign a contract, all the above sex contract, so no shit go to popping off. And so that's why the contracted is we have to have a more appropriate setting. Me and Kylie that way. Sometimes we can't help ourselves. We wind up. I'm just gonna talk like I'm still in America because I am. I'm ready to be in Germany, but I'm not there yet. And I'm dealing with some paranoia right now about these people knocking on the door. Because I don't know what date I'm supposed to be out, but I know it was in December sometime. He's never left me, nor he's never failed me, God. So, what I was gonna say here was, I forgot where I was going with the contract to be someplace more appropriate than their work. This is why they're under contract and they have to sign a contract to so yeah, more so since I'm starting to get some contracted people, and we need to meet in a more appropriate setting. With K, one thing is just leading to another. Like it's one plant on either side. You know, one thing just lead to another. Just emotional trauma bonding, and it really did. I didn't intend. She didn't intend none of this to happen. And I would like to meet with her. I'm sure she would too, in a more appropriate setting. I've never asked a woman out, you know. Every time I've dated, the very few women I've dated in the South, is one thing just led to another. I don't really remember how we wound up, but I've been on some dates with some women, and girls, and so yeah, I would like to meet with Kay at a very, because people be staring at us, you know, and when you're doing like gay, lesbian type flirting and shit in public, people stare, and it's children at this place. So I try my best. I catch myself talking too much, and I try to stop talking when I feel myself getting carried away in conversation. But, you know, you can't help who you are. But I try my best not to get her in trouble at work. And check my chin, so yeah, I try not to. And with gay laws in America, and with there being kids there, I try to really cap anything I'm talking about. I try to cap it all up. Okay, I know she's not trying to set me up. It's just one thing is leading to another. And I can see in her eyes like she be trying to help herself. Like what we be talking about, she be trying to not to get too personal, and not to she be trying to watch her topics too. All of them at work that we be trying to be careful about what we talk about. But yeah, one thing lead to another, and with all of them. This contract, it would be, you know, legally in America. You would think, you know, she's worked there longer than they been a customer. Home court advantage, but somebody could come in there and sue her and say they saw me and her flirting at work. And they saw, you know, maybe I held the gaze too long or something, and they figured that wasn't appropriate for children. Now, if it was a man and a woman, nobody would say nothing. So I've been trying to. I did good. I got myself out of there at the appropriate time. I didn't rush my work. I was able to get my work done and get out of there and let her get her work done and go on with her shift, on her day. So trying to abide by American laws, but two women carrying on in public, I'm gonna say, just to be on the safe side. As far as America goes, even though Illinois is a little bit more progressive on the gay thing than the South, it's still gay bashing going on up here. And Illinois is not 100% accepting on the gay thing, so I'm gonna say it's on the safe side. Um, I'm not gonna do the gay thing in public, like to have a no gay rule. Though I'm not gonna have no gay behavior, no lesbian behavior out in public because with Trump is working backwards on the gay rights, and so I don't know how long people are gonna be able to get married in all 50 states if you're gay. So he wants a traditional home brought back to America. So and I definitely don't want to get in no kind of danger or put anybody in any kind of danger. So I was a little tight-lipped with Kay as I was leaving. I was a little tight-lipped with her. At the party, I was a little, and she was also, so she's a common sense one. She knows we can't carry on. I know, like she is fucking hot, and apparently she feels the same about me as far as everything goes, but we're gonna have to control ourselves, Kay, because you work around children and I am around the children that you work with, and we're gonna have to control ourselves. We can't be carrying on like that. Two women in public in America cannot carry on like that. So yeah, we're gonna have to turn the stove down. Turn down the oven, baby. We can't. We're gonna have to control ourselves. So yeah, one thing, the gay, lesbian, trans issue is a big topic, and this joint right now is a big topic in America, and but yeah, with Kay, the two of us just want to keep each other safe, and so that safety would be just trying to be professional in public, even though I don't work there. There's American laws that prevent. This is not a like I said in my other video. This culture is a rigid, uptight culture. People don't show affection in American culture, especially not two of the same sex. So we're gonna have to, even though it hadn't gotten to the physical point with her yet, we need to nip it before anything like that take place. Because it's something as simple as eye contact with each other might be making somebody uncomfortable. So yeah, this country is it's not a this ain't France. But spiritually, God is moving me. Something just come to mind as I'm sitting here scratching this irritating rash is that I wouldn't have otherwise done it if God wouldn't have moved me how He moved me. If things hadn't been so bad, if the South wasn't so bad, if I wouldn't. I'm not gonna drag up how bad it was and what I was dealing with when I left and why I left. He wouldn't have otherwise got me to go. If those situations weren't hard like they was, if the people wasn't so hard to me, He would never got me to move. So maybe that's what He's doing right now. The other locations of the library is so bad. Maybe He did that to get me to this one. Maybe that's why He toned down things for me, because just before I was ready to pack my bags and move, just about a moment ago, not as many people have been committing the crimes to me that they've been committing beforehand. And since people been easing up on the crimes they've been, I ain't been getting into no assaults. I feel like, at first I felt like I couldn't do this. Ain't no way in hell I can stay in Illinois 2-3 more months. and I don't mean just financial and find a place to stay. I know someone will take me in. You know, I'm getting to an age where not to get irrational about when life happens. Like when you get to about 40, you should have common sense to know my housing gonna work out, my health gonna work out, my marriage gonna work out. When you hit about 40, you should be rational about housing and things. When things like this come up, when life happens, you should be rational, even if you are mentally unwell. But when you're under 40, you freak out. When you get a flat tire, you freak out. When you lose your home. So I'm at an age where this is stuff I should be rational about. Housing issues, rational, because you done been through it before. You done been through it so many times. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But yeah, under 40, yeah, you gotta get that way about all things, all topics. They done told you they gotta chop your foot off or something at the hospital. They done told you got 6 months to live. Okay, so anything. These are just examples of different things. I know people told me dealing with their medical, and I'm not gonna say their name who told me. I gotta get this thing. I'll be back. It's right here on my chin. Right back. So, that's Kylie's thigh. I'm not gonna use my thigh to support my recording device on my sometimes women do it to me. Sometimes women demand affection from me in public, and I'm afraid of the whole. It's not just my emotional disconnect. It's all the above. I'm worried about the safety among who is all involved, and I'm like, 'cause sometimes more than one woman and girl hit on me at one time, and there's people watching, and dudes that don't get no pussy be looking at me like jealous and shit. We're in danger of some assaults, gay bashing, and so sometimes it happens, and there's nothing I can do to control it. And sometimes the women that are coming on to me are more dangerous than the men who are jealous, and it's better to just flirt with them and not get on their bad side. So that's just where we at with the gay topic in the country. And the next, these men get mad at me because they ain't getting none, they ain't getting no pussy, and they get mad at me about it like I did it to them. Cause I'm cutting into the dating pool, even though these are people I just met, these are women I'm just talking to. If you a homosexual or you gay, you lesbian, shit, whatever title you want to give yourself. I'm tired of trying to think about all different gay names. Just be careful with watch yourself indoors and outdoors. Watch yourself in public and in non-public with your gay stuff, because so you're gonna rub somebody the wrong way, and you might get into assault. You might find yourself in danger. So just be careful doing your affections in public and whatnot, especially if there are children involved. And especially watch doing anything gay in front of kids, because it's a big issue with gay people and kids. Some people don't want gay people anywhere near kids. some people adoption wise don't want gay people and their kids, so you doing some gay stuff. Don't do it in front of no kids, like I said, but don't like fight your. At the same token, don't fight your urges. Like if you feel a connection with someone, I know that's like an oxymoron for me to even say that it's an oxymoron. That's confusing and shit, but yeah, just be careful. Don't be surprised if a report comes up if you were doing some gay shit. I mean, I'm talking about just maybe like a peck on the lips. I ain't talking about nothing lewd. But you do something in public that's gay in front of a child or in front of somebody who is anti-gay, don't be surprised if a report falls into your lap.